Hey guys, Ballatw here, back with another VOD review. It's been a little while. I say that pretty much every single video, but today we're going to go over the FNCS finals from NA East, where Zexrow, Mackwood, and Yung Calc came out on top. Besides that, let's just get right into it because I don't want to give any more updates. I don't know anything. I didn't watch FNCS finals much at all. I was on vacation, so this will be interesting. Frosty flights, we knew that. I think the one thing I saw about them was they didn't really do any crazy splits off of Frosty. Man, I can't believe people actually land. Dude, RBK, these guys love the freaking roof zones. Kind of crazy. I like seeing the variety of different splits that people run. Just to give people ideas. Because like I don't like the fact that when I show a VOD review, some people start copying stuff. But I do like the idea that it gives people ideas, right? Because this split could be applied to over here or even Happy Hamlet and stuff like that. Like these guys should not be in Happy by themselves. Like they should have maybe one person in Happy, maybe two at the max, and then have everybody else splitting up. You know what I'm saying? So I like showing a variety of splits to show that there's a lot of different ways this could be done. Holy, did Zexrow really just get a white pistol out of Christmas House only? There's no way. That sucks. I gotta lower the volume more because of the... Oh, what garbage loot for Zexrow. Also, I'm sure everybody knows that you can do that, but I'm sure so many people don't actually think about it. If you get heals on your early game and there's a driftboard nearby, just drink the heals while you're driftboarding so you can make yourself a little bit more efficient. Very, very obvious, but not something that people think of right off the bat. It's like everybody knows it's a possibility, but nobody actually does it probably. I'm really surprised that they all group up together. I wonder if there's a timing thing here. Why can't I slow? Oh, there. I'm literally blind. I wonder if it's a timing thing, like people pushing the Frosty from like houses over here at a certain point, so they all make sure they group up, or maybe they're grouping up for loot. Not really. Maybe minis. There's a guaranteed shotgun or something for Zexrow. Anyways, let us move forward. The other thing is like it's more efficient for them to be farming on this side and moving this way while they rotate. So it's not like Zexrow should have gone this way. All right, when you think about the early game, if he goes this way, he's just going to be taking loot that these guys are going to be able to get anyways when they rotate out of zone. So it makes a little bit more sense to think about it that way. Also, there's risk involved in Zexrow going down to Waterfall. Probably not advised. Waterfall kind of traps you away from anybody else with no chances of getting away. All right, the other thing that we have to think about too when we watch this is how to apply everything that we're watching to squads. Right? That'll be crucial for next season. We don't know if there's any trio cash caps or anything about trios. I'm pretty sure they did say that the last trios event was Twitch Rivals. So maybe we definitely know for sure that trios isn't happening again. I'd say most of the stuff that's applicable in trios is also applicable in squads, so not a huge deal. But we don't know if there's any changes involved in squads too. All right, they're gonna get in a fight up here. Ooh, one thing to note. I feel like the river down here using this is really good, but the river up here is really bad because you end up getting stuck in it. I don't know. It's a random thought. Central zone position. Wow. Man, somebody needs to go back in all my VOD reviews and figure out how many times I've talked about center zone. I'm so sick of it. Good spot though. It's not terrible. It's not great. Again, second zone is like, doesn't really matter if you're set in center zone just because it's, make sure you have like better probability, but it's not like amazing. It's not like 100% of the time, you know? Whoa, what's happening? Got spammed with grenades. It's funny that he reestablished position. I guess zone just got revealed. But like they all landed on the backside of this. And they didn't really lose any angles besides this one. So, unless they're concerned about this team pushing over them. I don't know if this is good usage of materials. They're hard peeking. They're hard peeking. Okay. Is this the team from Lucky? Yeah, it is. That's good. That was such a bad push, man. Like, right? Like, if they're doing anything, they need to be pushing on the backside of this mountain where they can actually move. That was guffed. I really don't know why that was a thing. I want to know who that team was. Actually, can I? Yeah, I'm just going to go back to the front and then come back. What? Batman? What is going on right now? There? Okay, he definitely didn't mean to fall into this gap, but like, bruh. So they have no room to work with. Alright, I don't know who that team is. Heard of Decay. Probably Storm Surge, something. Something that I've been thinking of is like being able to flip your switch from aggressive and defensive. I'm not thinking of anything in specific right here. I'm just like, there's some people who are really, really, really good at just like when somebody does make an aggro play on you, you just sit there and wait. But there's other people who are playing aggressive on somebody, and then somebody plays defensive, and they all of a sudden start playing aggressive, and you can't flip it, so you guys both basically just 50-50 into each other. And you basically both like lose any sense of knowledge. That's kind of what I feel like happened with Schneider there. Like it's slightly different. They needed Storm Surge or something, and they just lose any sense of actually trying to take a good approach to the fight. Man, replay mode is so laggy. Every snipe RPG, super boring. Oh. Why don't they go for it? Just because it's such a long travel time? Yeah, it's like a very, very low chance of working on a team that has nobody else around them. Right? Thwyfo Snood. There's literally nobody. If somebody was here, maybe somebody was here with somebody was here, be like, okay, well, these guys, not only are they making noise for us, but they're also possibly the people who are getting heavy snipe RPG'd. This is like gonna glide forever. No reason to shoot that at all. This team too, right? Same thing. Same thing. It would be nice if it was like close range. Is this really gonna hit? No. Wow, that was really close. Really close. I think they just moved boxes though. But like, yeah, you see how long that travel time was? That's why I'm like, is that even worth going for? You got to have either a team that's really congested, there's a lot of people near them, or a team that's or a team that's really close to you, like within the 4 boxes that it takes. Actually, you could do that like instantly with 2 people. You can instantly do it. Remember a freaking Deagle RPG? And everybody would know like it was 4 boxes away or something like that. Like here, see, like not only is it coming from above, it'd be a little bit harder for you to figure out exactly where it's coming from just because the way the sounds work. And then The fact that there's two teams coinciding into each other at the same time. Yo, look at this cape though. What? Wait. What is going on with this cape? That's really cool. But yeah, so and the fact that there's two squads, I think it was Booga squad and somebody else going like right next to each other, makes it not only they have to contend with what's going on, so that's just a better heavy snipe opportunity or a better RPG opportunity. But anyways, I switched to the wrong person. Watch Mackwood here. Hey, good luck on the good luck on the job interview, Tropical Fish. Ooh, the other thing that's good about, or the other choice, is like right now, Snootwifo are in a position where they have bad vision towards where the RPG is coming from. So if they were to look outside their box, all they would see is this, like in front of them. Even though we can sneak it in on the side there, they'd have to have really, really, really good awareness to see that it's coming. They should still hear it and just hold as many walls as possible. But that's another way that you can reason into saying this is a good opportunity. Like even with just a stare in front, right? See? Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. And the fact, oh, it was Clarity G. That's so sneaky by Clarity G. Holy crap. He knew from the first time that they were heavy sniper RPGing these guys, and he just literally started spamming right as that other heavy snipe comes in. He gets the kill for it instead. That's actually dope. So if that's really cool. If you are a team playing a game and you hear somebody heavy sniper RPGing people and it's not at you, you can listen and try to find out exactly what they're shooting for and maybe snake some kills. That's really awesome from Clarity G. But yeah, the way that was set up with the stare outside of their box, it's a mistake that I think people don't really care about. There's like a stare out here randomly because of the way that they're building. This stare impairs your vision, right? I don't want this stare out here, especially if you're like in a box over here and you can't get over here to see or do anything, right? That's a mistake that they took advantage of because of the vision. That's the closeness, right? It's harder to react. Because what happened was Clarity G reacted fine, and then he was starting to make a different box to get away, and Booga or Stretch were not in a position to be able to cover him, so he wasn't able to cover himself. Because he was in the middle of like taking preventative measures. They get the kill, yeah. Ooh, good shit, Mac. Whoops. All right, who's up next? Sticking with Mac. Yo, did Zexrow just literally go yoink into their bubble? That's kind of crazy. All right, one thing there was as soon as let's actually go back quite a bit. Maybe we can go back a little bit more even. I think as soon as they As soon as the zone was revealed, they actually switched their attention to players near them. Do they have launch pads? No, they have shockwaves. They can make this rotate, but okay, zone's revealed right now. And instantly they switch attention, right? They could still try to get this finish. Oh, it's not even their kill, but they could still try that. There's a couple things. They immediately start pressuring these guys, this entire team down below, this entire two teams down below them, because of the way they need to go, right? They need to force mobility out. They're not trying to completely wipe this team. They're not trying to fight them. They're just trying to get a pick and force these guys to be uncomfortable with their position that they're in. They have two teams to work with here too. Okay. And then the funny thing that I just like randomly thought of was they were conditioning these guys to fire at Snood and Thwyfo and everybody and forget about Zexrow, Mackwood, and Calc. Right? It's like, oh, we have an agreement. Let's shoot at these guys. Come on, spam, spam, spam. And then they do. And what ends up happening is they break what was there. And now they're so focused on... Wait, what? Where did he shoot that? They're so focused on ahead of them that they did nothing to prevent the team above them from doing anything. Right? It's like conditioning them to be looking the wrong way. I was wondering if he shot the roof. No, it's just how it looked. Okay, still the wall. All right, anyways, move forward. Bam, bam. I really wonder if shockwaves are still going to be in the game for squads. Yo, my man Mackwood almost threw backwards. Oh. Oh, what is that spray down? Yo, what are you playing? Counter-Strike, Mackwood? What the heck? Yo, nice. All right. I was wondering why he's holding out his impulse, why he's holding out a shockwave like this. And the reason is he's looking through the walls. I thought he was gonna throw it in the wrong direction, but I don't know why I think that. Nobody's making that sort of mistake anymore with shockwaves. Like, he's just looking. That's what he's doing. He's holding it out, looking for the last second, and then he sees. Like, he doesn't need to hold the shockwave, but it is still useful to hold the shockwave in case anybody tries to cycle in your box or something like that. Oops. Let's go, Parpy. Clapping right back. Yo, that's crazy, though. That's crazy. All right. Back to Zex. Calc. Who do I watch? Bro, I swear, when I watch pros, I'm just like wondering how the hell are they always just sitting in a box, not having to move because of zone. They always get so freaking far ahead. Yo, Young Calc just tried to heavy snipe. Zexrow just died. They're at 6 kills. Ah. Oh, snap. Yo, please make a kill Calc in this game. That'd be hilarious. Yo, real quick, a note on how he catches himself here. Off of the stairs. And how he doesn't place. So right here, let's watch this slightly slower. Doesn't need to be super slow motion. Okay, when he's jumping on the stairs here to block the guys to his right, I don't have epic pen. There's epic pen. When he's blocking to the side here, you see that? Yes. He's not placing a floor, important. And then watch how he catches. Places the floor above like he's normally doing, but then he places a wall in front, and that's how he connects everything, right? He doesn't, because he didn't place this floor. But not placing this floor is really good to save materials. See this? See how this catch works? You do actually should think about these like random little different maneuvers you do when you're tunneling. It's pretty good. Ooh, I really like what that team did. I also love the low mats play that Calc is doing right now. Instead of just like, a lot of people they get low mats and they're like, okay, I have low mats, time to go try to get some frags. But Calc just plays it methodically, stays in his cone for as long as he can. He's probably going to even try to move forward and stay in another cone with the last 2 mats. Nope. But still, I'd rather see that than just randomly jumping down the low ground and playing out from there. All right, cool. Next game. I always overlook the fact that you can just watch every single game right after, like literally live in client, so you can see what spots aren't taken. So this polar spot, obviously, they saw polar was uncontested. That's kind of crazy. I feel like that should be disabled for the players. Not gonna lie. Interesting. That's a very, I never thought about that. If it's not disabled for, if it's disabled for anybody, it doesn't matter if it's disabled for the players, I guess, because they could just go on a different account. Yes. Why fight this? Because they know he's solo? Yes, they know he's solo. Yes. I like how they clear that out before moving forward, just to make sure there's nobody else they didn't miscalculate. Very nice. God, replay mode, man. I really hope these lag spikes can get fixed. It's kind of crazy. They also have literally 3 shockwaves for mobility. I'm not against this. Did Calc just get no? This fight is really organized. No way. I like the decision. I really like the decision. Good stuff. Cut your losses. No such thing as a sunk cost. I mean, there is such thing as a sunk cost fallacy. But like, just because you guys invested a lot does not mean you need to stay there. I like it. Mackwood, no. Dead. No, he has count. And bandages, cool. Also, it's hilarious because in qualifiers, you might cycle that completely because the game, you already feel like the game is lost for you. Like, but in this, you can't just waste a game. Which is really good. Which is hilarious that there's all these griefing accusations because the fact that there's only 6 games should have helped that. Let's go, Calc. Alpha up. Let's go, baby. Good find. Good find. Not only the driftboard for Zex, but also the heavy snipe. Nope. Also, I like that he chooses this spot specifically because of all the old builds here. Makes it, again, we're talking about vision. Like, they don't want to spend a lot of materials because they're shambles. So just to stay connected to a bunch of stuff that'll make it harder for people to get at them is really good to me. Like, think about how many mats they spent here on this base. Probably like a total of 100. Just really good, really efficient. They lose their driftboards? Probably. Wait, why are you guys still in stone? You guys all clap. Man, building for height sucks against teams. If you're not building straight up, if you're building in the direction that Mackwood is, like, it's so impossible. You have to be double ramping. Big games. Later Cole. Alright, let's swap. Who else wants some? Who else wants some? This kill might not show up. Ooh. That was a good fight there. So I like the fact that Mackwood sees the opportunity that the guy's alone, that Cole is alone up top. I really like that. He doesn't need Zexrow and Calc to fight him. Sure, he can just 1v1 as long as he's safe, right? If he starts trading shots, then it's time to like trade. I want to now have the guy who maybe has a little bit more HP and have Mackwood team up with somebody else. Right? In squads, you're gonna be able to basically always have a buddy with you. But in trios, you never did. Like when we think about fighting in squads, you probably always just want to have a buddy with you. Never want to be fighting alone. All right. Because it doesn't make sense. In trios, sometimes you just are left to fend for yourself. Like when you really want the fight. Because if they left that guy up on top and they all try to go down, then all of a sudden they're getting pinched from above, right? He can't let that pinch happen. If Mackwood doesn't go up, there's a pinch on them. If they all go up onto the guy, then they all of a sudden are wasting a lot more mats, and they're all coming up to defend. Or he can just go back down. Like, it's hard to just chase one guy when there's other people up, right? Obviously 3v1 it's really easy, but yo, wait. Okay. Wait, why did... Oh, that wall probably wasn't there. Okay. I thought they were triple heavy sniping through their own wall, like to make it so that nobody knows that that wall is going to be a risk. I literally thought that that's what happened because of the replay bug where this wall was showing that it was there, or that it wasn't edited. I was like, yo, that's 3 million IQ and a forehead at the same time. Yeah, from game 1 that we saw, and partially in game 2. Something that is happening for them is they're trading their HP tools, their resources. They're trading this for Storm Surge tags. Like, especially in the last game, remember they were head peeking so much and like getting trade shot, basically trading damage with people like all the time. And they had to spend all their heals for it. But they have never had to worry about Storm Surge yet, because they kind of play so aggressively open with their resources and risky with their healing resources. Man, they really invested a lot in this base. How can he still have materials? They're still really good on mats. I guess just a couple of kills. Yeah, they wiped the whole trio. Makes sense. Right before rotating in. And then on that rotate, they use the shield bubbles too. See how much more passive they played when they had the launch pad, by the way? So much more passive. Remember that other time the zone was revealed and they were just like super aggressive on the edge of zone? Alright. They play mostly placement here. They don't really get more. So, speed it up. Just a little. I like that. Calc is actually looking for the path. Looking for the way to go. Mackwood and well, Zex is playing in between. Mackwood is still looking for shots, while Calc is looking for the path and probably calling the path that they're taking. I really like that. That was nice. Especially in trios and squads, bro. You can find so many people. If you're layering for a while, you'll end up having people land on you all the time, and they don't necessarily always land in the most optimal way. Are they coning above them while they're doing this path? Because if you're coning above you and people land on top of you, it's much harder for them to land safely on top of you. Here's the big path. Yeah. Actually, Mackwood with the cones. That's another reason that I never thought of when I used to see people. I think this is kind of recent. Like, obviously we've seen people tunnel with just cones for a little while, and we've come up with a couple different reasons. One being that there's people above you, and they're tunneling as well. You're trying to capture at least one piece, right? If they're tunneling with floors. The other being it's a little bit more versatile. This one's interesting though. If somebody lands on you, they can't place a ramp or their own cone, so it's like slightly more awkward for them to land properly and be able to like level themselves up one. But like, yeah. So I think this actually attributes this kill that Mackwood gets. Nah, he just gets ramped over by his teammate. He didn't even place the cone. But anyways, at the end, my original point was at the end of your tunneling, always look up. Always look up, because people are trying to land on you all the time. People can't really land underneath you unless there's somebody else tunneling below you, but you should just always look up, and you can either find a quick edit or a heavy snipe down or something like that. And everybody might wonder why the hell all these cracked kids are able to get so many drop down trap kills and stuff like that. It's because at the end of their tunnels, they look up. They're always aware that they could look up at the end of their tunnels and look for shots. It's better. You're finding the easiest kills on people above you, if they're directly above you, rather than anybody to the sides. To the sides, they are reacting, right? Think about it. When you're running forward, you can react to people opening windows and stuff on you on your same layer. Somebody below you though, it's so hard to react, right? Think about how many times you've probably gotten edited down in Endgame. You've gotten edited down and not be able to react at all. Like it's so hard. So these are the kills that I'm looking for the most. That I think you should be looking for the most. Because it's so free. Well, that wasn't that free. Damien did a really good job getting away, but yeah. Pobre Calc, all stuck by himself. Laggy. Yo, when replay mode is lagging, no, some shit is going on. This looks so. Like it's already interpolated so much that it's having to do so many extra calculations and interpolation and guessing that it just looks so weird. That's so. No way, Zex. I can barely even watch this, man. There's no way. Okay, I thought he was going to cycle into their box. Nice. That's patience and great. That's the same thing that happened with Young Calc, right? Instead of just dropping down on low just because you're running out of mats. Like just if you find a spot that you can hide in it for a while. It doesn't matter if it's low ground, doesn't matter if it's high ground, doesn't matter if it's mid ground, whatever. Just hide in it for a while. Just make sure you have a way to get out. And that netted him those mats. Here's some points. Bait. Nice. This is clutch. Yo, this is how you win tournaments, by the way. You never win tournaments by just like winning every game by being flawless. You always have people clutching. I think my VOD review tomorrow is gonna be about clutching. He just got. Did he get 2 placement points? No. He just got 3 placement points from top 8 by himself. It was like top 15 when everybody died. That was clutch. Calc. What's going on? I had no idea there was a vending here. Is that new? I had no idea there's a vending there. That's crazy. Because I used to rotate through that. That used to be in my early game. Hella old? Jesus, I'm a bot. Ooh. Did they see? Wait, why did I click? Did they see Dubs, Mega, and them rotate out? Polar? Or get up there? Because this is so smart to go south. This is just smart to go south in general. There's going to be less people. And rotating up north when the zone goes farther north is going to be easier. But it's just so much better even now that my Mega and Dubs are out of here too. They just tried to quad or triple nade him. I hope they get rid of nades for squads. That's gonna be rough. Yo, why did Stretch, Booga, and Clarity get so close to them? They could have chilled here. Haha, later. Wait, what, Mackwood? Oh, it looked like it was way above him. I think they wanted to push more, just based on the fact that they moved in general at all. I think they wanted to push more center, but they just decided to stop because there was two teams that got really close to them. That's something that I've seen. I've seen so many teams be like, yeah, we need to get this, or we need to get this hill, we need to get this hill, and they push. One person gets like way ahead of them, and all of a sudden another team comes in, and they keep trying to get, they keep trying to get through. You just make these decisions to stop. Still have your mobility. You don't need to get all the way to a specific spot. That was a bigger issue way back when it was like FMPL scrims and stuff like that. Now, not so much of it. Also, that was pretty sick. They knew based on zone that this team was gonna base up on top of it. You could easily make that read. You could easily make that read. As soon as zone was revealed, you can figure that out, that's happening. I'm not sure why they actually noticed. Oh, did I already zoom past it? I don't know. There's so much. I've been thinking about this recently. Is like, you as a Fortnite player have a skill. You need to be able to visualize things without being able to see them. You need to be able to visualize, oh yeah, these guys are out of zone, they're going to be pathing through. And then especially in Endgame, when different layers are a thing, you need to visualize how these people are moving above you so that you can think, oh, where, this is something that I've figured Booga does a lot when he's layering. Say he's on the middle layer, people above and below him, and they can go right or left. He's thinking about it and forming it while he's tunneling forward, because then they end up like, I don't know, another guy gets up in front of him. He's like, okay, I need to find a good layer. He sees that this guy up above him has gone right, so he's able to go up and to the left or something like that. And this is really hard to draw, but he's so good at visualizing the things that are happening around him in Endgame without even really looking at them. He just spots it once. He's like, okay, that guy went to the right. Now I have all this space over here to the left, right? That's something you need to be able to do, and this is relevant to this because of how you'd be able to catch the fact that these guys are going to need to base up over. That was weird. They were already under so much pressure up above Booga, Clarity, and them. They all decided to go up above Zexrow and Mac. For what? I'd rather they were just pressuring, but I guess they couldn't. Go Zex. By the way, this is like the third game that they've come so close to Stretch, Booga, and Clarity. Like in these in the mid game. It's like the third time. Kind of crazy. What was that take? What was that take? Kind of useful to watch the takes like this. Zexrow landed low. Where's... Oh, Mackwood landed directly on. Oh, and Calc landed even higher. Wait, I need to go further back. We need to go back. Dang. Calc went instant onto height. Mackwood. See like how he lands. Wait, where's Calc now? Oh, he impulsed ahead onto Mac. Okay. That's just a basic, like, that's like kind of the same variation that Marvel, Mitro, and Benji do, where you land on height in 6 zone like before. So this is 6 zone right now, right? This is old height. And then this is new height. What Margot, Benji, and Mitro would do in trios, they would take old height just by cranking in 6 zone, or right before 6 zone, basically. They would tarp for that a little bit. They would shoot as much as they can, and then they would all shockwave over to new, or launch pad over, or whatever. What happened here was only Young Calc went to old height, and then everybody else went towards new, and these guys cranked back up to Calc. Like it was, oh, and then Calc joined them with an impulse, which I kind of like better than all, like, making the gamble that you're going to be able to still land on new. And I also like the way that they staggered it, right? Where Zexrow was super low and cranked back up. Not only does that reinforce it, if these guys ended up like maybe even having to tarp all the way over, they're reinforcing from 2 different layers. Like even if Calc comes here, Mackwood's reinforcing, and even if Mackwood has to go out far, Zexrow's reinforcing. It is a hard split though, like if anybody else is doing shit on you, then it's rough. And these tack SMGs tried. They're so annoying, man. You really don't need anything else in an endgame. Shoot, you barely need anything else. That thing has such good tracking long range. Like, sure, it's not an AR, but dang, bro. And the reload time is so quick that you can just literally spam forever. Listen to how many different tacks there are. I guess Zexrow discovered the tack was really, really good in this meta. But it's so dumb. Where's Calc? Down below. Nice. I guess. Like, I don't even... My man just, like, held mouse 1 and, like, shreds through metal builds with no issue. I don't know, like... No, I didn't say it. Dude, what the hell? I've never said it. I never said that. I said he discovered that it's really, really good because this was, like, weekend 1 with attack in comp again for a while. It's just so crazy. I don't know. That's just like give. I don't know, guys. Nothing interesting happened earlier. Skipping. I think it's wise to land edge. It depends. Depends on which edge map landing on. All right, let's see. Where are they? They are basically the same position they were in the game before. Remember when they rotated? They've had that fight and shifting. They rotated here. Same position-ish. I like that. Really quickly, just breaking or editing to see what happened above when you heard the cue. Oh, you got a kill. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Just good vision. Okay. I noticed Stomping Shinken back in Duo World Cup doing similar to what Mackwood is doing here, where your peak box, yeah, you basically have an entire box to peak. So you're either like what Mackwood is doing right now is he's out to the side. This is where he's at. He's out to the side and he's aiming through this box. Right? Stomping Shinken would do basically the same thing. They'd have an entire box here that they would aim through this way. Right? Just because there's so much more that they can edit through. There's so much, it's so much harder to see you, to spot you, especially if you're on like a ramp like Mackwood is. Your angles are better. And it's so much harder to actually re-aggress, like to throw stink or to heavy snipe or to get an RPG all the way through. You have so many things that you can reset and catch before anything goes down. So I love the extra peeking through a box, through a whole nother box is super sick. And then bubbling loot is so smart. Bubbling loot is very good. I don't know if this was this team that did it. I don't think it was. Could have been Zexrow. Could have been. But I've been noticing that a lot back at Twitch Rivals. Bubbling loot and going for it after you get a kill. So sick. Oh, that was nice. Jumping when you make an edit, and if you don't reset it, you're basically exposed. Like he could have reset that and gone through into his box and been chilling, but instead he makes the edit. His teammate needs to come through. He boxes it up rather than closing it. Right? Sure, it's going to be a little bit more resource intensive, but there's no chance that your teammates get screwed. There's no chance that you guys get split. Going really fast. I've noticed that when they do go for heavy snipe plays, like just two of them, like one has a sniper, one has a heavy sniper. They always have the third guy ready and waiting to shoot. Like that time that Color DG yoinked snood from them, the other guy, I think it was Zexrow, was still ready to go for the shot. Awkward. Oh my god, that was awkward. I think I lost in the game. Holy crap. Holy crap, they just took like each 5 sticks of zone. Feels bad. All this time they could have gotten a little bit farther in the zone. I don't know. Having those 3 medkits like kind of changes it actually. I don't know if that was a complete throw. These team chocolates suck. Replay just lags so hard we missed a good 10 seconds there. What just happened to Zex? Oh boy. Bruh, I can't believe that just like that guy just landed right on the box. Poor Manito. Poor Niddle. Alright, that was a quick game. 3 points. Still, like, they've gotten to a certain point every single time. Almost got placement points. That's solid, 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 solid. Ooh! That was dirty. What, Calc? Okay, he's knocked. Never mind. He's knocked. I thought he hit Buck. I thought he hit Bucky behind. Come on, man. I'm sad now. I thought that was sick. I thought that was sick, man. Ooh, good recognition there. What is it? The flash? Is that what shows them that it's about to end? I don't know. I guess we don't see it in replay. You just like immediately is opening right when it's about to end, or maybe it's because they turned around. Possible too. There was a snipe from Calc. Okay. Let's check that one out. See, that one was something to be awed about. Bah! Batman! Yeah! And oh, poor Fuzzy. Forgot to cover his top with a cone. Poor Fuzzy. Did they get that kill? No. That sucks. They did all that work. They didn't even get it. That was definitely nice play. They're able to pick up solos really fast. Like, pick up the fact that somebody's solo really, really fast. Kind of nice. I like it. Ooh. Alright, well, that's the game. Oh, wait, did they even get the knock? I think so. Mackwood clutches again. Okay. Wonder how they decided that they wanted to go for height that early game. How does Calc die? Tac SMG. Tac SMG. Okay. I don't know what happened or where he is. Literally have no idea where he is because of that replay lag. Okay. Shockwave to death. Nice. Alright, it was top 14 by the way that Calc died. Goes 6 by himself. See how often Mackwood's looking back and looking basically every single box that he goes into, he checks its surroundings and checks, is this mine? Is everything mine? Are there people near me? You see? He's looking up. Ready? Looks back. Looks up. Okay, this is mine. Moves to the side. Checks. Alright, there's a guy here. He goes back and checks again. He sees that, oh, they're editing over there. I gotta reset this. I also like by default, if you end up in a box that's not that is new to you, that you don't know necessarily what's going on, I like boxing up and placing the stairs just in a random direction so that you're underneath your stairs, just to provide that extra cover in case you don't get necessarily all the walls, right? Because there's often times where you fall down, you try to box yourselves up, and you end up missing a wall because somebody's turbo building it. And if you place a stair over you, it helps that. And just having that as like a first reflex will end up making it so that it can actually be a reflex. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Nothing to do there. All right. Wow, this game is trash. Yeah, I hear a Mac like, right. Oh, there it is. Guy. Ah, 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 ah. Ooh, that was a long range. Dang, bruh. Dang, bruh. Oh, that's just shots. I don't know if there's gonna be anything to watch this last game. They kind of still needed points, right? What do they end with? 70? They still needed points. They just need a couple. What are these guys on? 54? Yeah. They just basically needed them not to have a big game and for them to and to get a couple points. Like even if they win and it wasn't a big game, they're only going to get like what, 15 points? So they just need to stay that much ahead. Holy crap, that was a lot of metal wasted there. So that's a reason why they went all 3 Frosty, right? There's like no necessary point to take unnecessary risks, right? Somebody could, for example, Brush is lucky and Vivid could have 50-50 one of the houses that they split, right? Christmas house, for example, taking out Zexrow. All of a sudden, things are a lot more difficult. Camp this card for a little bit. And sure, they might not have the best game, but they know for sure that these guys are not going to have a big... Where am I? Why am I not on them? They always have double heavy or double RPG, like double or RPG heavy, something like that. I guess it's because of the abundance of vendings on their route, right? They have the one in Frosty, they have the one at this place right here, and then what else do they have? Is there one? There's one over here, right? Something like that, and then they can get this one too, maybe, but I've never seen them come down that far. Oh, sorry, there's 2 at Frosty, one in the here. So it's they have 3 vendings they can find this stuff from. They haven't really gone for drops like crazy. Kind of crazy. Yeah, chat Vivid and not Brush. Whoops. Okay, this is the MMB height strat. Yeah. Slow it down a little bit, right? 6 zone, have new height, shockwave or whatever, and take old or have old height and then just go take new height. Fast. That's why Mackwood is so far ahead. Usually they win the game from this, but everybody's cycling onto height. Zex. Jesus Christ. Zexrow wants to go in, bro. Holy. My man's trying to get in. Died. Everybody who shoots doesn't die. Thank you. They're so much better on high ground. Oh boy. That was nuts. They're so much better on high ground. Just the 2 games that they did that take new high and then, or take old high and take new high from a distance, like the MMB type of thing. It's a similar take that they did this time. I think for whatever reason, Zexrow was behind. Zexrow was back here, and Mackwood took new high really, really fast, and then Yung Calc came below him and came up, joined him. Whereas Zexrow just connected over, just because there were so many people fighting for height. It was like audible calls. It was like audible calls. All right. Alright. That's a wrap for this VOD review. Thank you guys so much. That was Zexrow, Young Calculator, Mackwood, who won FNCS Finals in NA East. They did a really good job. 1 point above Vivid, Sis, Lucky, and Chap. It was a great tournament. It was a lot of fun to watch. That was my first view on most of the games because I was on vacation when I was watching them. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, do all the things on my social media, and we'll be back with more content just like this. Peace. Alright guys, I am going to stop recording. Yo, thank you Shio for the 6 months with tier 1. You're nuts. We in the 6 now. Hey, let's go. Let's go.